What's up, Jet fans? Last night I watched Jets Game 16, Jets at Cleveland, a Thursday night showdown. Most people thought it would be a defensive slugfest considering these are two of the top defenses, but it was actually like a 20-37 high-scoring game. Um, I think the score makes it, even though it's not that close, the score makes it seem closer than it was. I think the Browns were in control the entire time and the Jets fall to 6-10. One game left. We'll get to that at the end. But for this week, let's just jump right into it. So, the Jets offense, it just started out strong. And the announcers were commenting on that, especially for how great both defenses are supposed to be. The Jets offense did start out strong, but then again, so did the Browns offense. And then the Jets offense just kind of fell off, while the Browns offense was able to sustain it. Um, there's not a lot to talk about with this offense against this team. Obviously, same stuff we've been talking about all season. The special teams is great. Um, I'd say that in this game in particular, Brees Hall was like a workhorse back. You didn't see any Dalvin Cook. You barely saw any of the other running backs. And Brees Hall was doing big in the reception game and the run game. Um, he was kind of making this offense go. And there were some big runs to be excited about for next year when you have a good passing game as well. Unfortunately, we have Trevor Siemian, so that's not the case. But Brees Hall looked really good. Garrett Wilson made some good catches, so can't complain too much. But you know, they did lose, scored 20 points, which is a lot for the Jets actually, and they scored a first drive, first quarter touchdown. So that was big. But Brees Hall looked good. Other than that, not a lot to comment about. Just same old stuff that we've been talking about all season. Defense though. So positive first, Jermaine Johnson. He got a pick six, which really, once again, when the defense score, I always say for this team, especially without Aaron Rodgers, you kind of need the defense to score, and the defense scored and made it slightly closer than it actually was, I would say. But I'm just that was the positive, I guess. I'm kind of disappointed in this defense for this week. Um, I know the Browns and like Joe Flacco, I guess, is like supposed to be something big, and he has a renaissance. But I don't know. It's to me, the Jets had Joe Flacco. It's still Joe Flacco. The Browns lost their number one wide receiver before the game, lost Elijah Moore, other Jet, in this game as well, and they got torched by a tight end and a bunch of third string wide receivers, I guess. Um, so that's not great to see. And their just run defense was not very good either. I mean, they got 37 points scored, and some of that was some of the offensive ineptitude, like we've been talking about all season. But it was not great to see 37 points put on this top defense. But they got sacks, they got interceptions. So this defense looked good, and I think lots of the points came from, there was a pick six that the Browns defense also had, and lots of the points came from offense not being or putting the defense in a bad spot. But yeah, and the run defense, I was like thinking about this. I think the run defense for some of the season, they've been torched by some good running backs, I guess. And, with how great the defensive line is, that's weird. I think the issue is, though, since they only rush four guys because they don't need a blitz because their defensive line is so good. I think that then means that the linebackers have to deal with lots of the running. And, CJ Mosley's good. Uh, Quincy Williams, lots of people like. But other than that, their linebackers are really not that great. So I think that maybe is the issue. That's just my speculation on why the Jets are struggling with the run defense, even though like their defensive backs are great and their defensive line are great. And typically, if you have a great defensive line, you're probably good at the run, at a defensive run. I don't know if that's a tangent or whatever, but I don't like to see 37 points scored on this Jets defense, even if some of it was because of the offense, pick six and just putting the defense in bad field position. But whatever. All right, conclusion time. We're almost wrapped up with the season. There's only one game left, and it's against the Patriots. And I know everyone's looking at the draft position. Jets fans would love it if the Patriots fell out of one of the top quarterback spots, and they could do that by if the Jets lose. But like I said, I don't care. I want to win games. I think that's how you build a good team. You build good teams by winning games. 7-10, I think, feels a lot different than 6-11, especially. due to all the stuff the Jets had to deal with this season. And let me just these are the stats. The Patriots have beaten the Jets 14 times in a row, and that's from 2016. The Jets have not beaten the Patriots since 2016, and they've lost 14 times. That is absolutely terrible. And that includes this season as well. So that's just absolutely terrible. The Jets need this win. They need to like exercise their demons, I guess. Beating the Patriots would be huge. Go out on a win, build momentum. You're coming off of momentum for next season. Um, I'll probably after next week I'll talk about what the Jets need to do in the offseason. But for this, we're still in this season, even though it feels like we're not. We're still in this season. Let's get one final win, I think. Jet fans, I don't care if it means that gives the Patriots Caleb Williams or whatever first round quarterback. That's probably going to be a bust because that's how they work. That's how it's been working out for a while. I don't care. I want the win, and I think Jet fans should be rooting for the win. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Bye.